Alright, here we go. Winners final here tonight. Should be a good one. Got the grand final rematch once again. Going to battle right now. Not sure who I got in this one. Colossus is the map pick. I know this map went well for Villains last night. Solid map for Masterminds historically, so should be an overall good matchup, which is what we want to see. So let's get it rolling here. Gonna start off with the Villains. Main man Marv hitting the right side. Should be a weird one. So far it's been Mastermind's domination, but that is technically only in Grand Finals. As the one time they met in outside of Grand Finals, Villains actually won the matchup, so it'll be intriguing to see how this one goes tonight. Mischief kind of gets caught out, and so Mastermind's gonna break in late time, but they're still spawning P2 if you're Villains, so it's not the end of the world. As D-Boon looks to go on a route, Mischief looking to hold these spawns. Maybe hit a late hit towards Uld. Get him off the scrap time, but it kind of goes poorly as they're going to spawn out. D-Boon's route pays off as they're going to get P2 spawn, so scrap time's okay, but you would have liked to have held on to rotation. Now you're going to have to break from the front. P2 is pretty much the biggest money hill that we got here early on. And Villain's gonna break right through the front. I mean, I kind of jinxed him there. That's my bad, but so far, Villain's doing all right on P2. But the spawn's still coming in for Masterminds, but Love Wins hits a big nade, looking for the third on the Growler. Not gonna find it, so there we go. Get that one there. Growler kind of hits a bailout. So they're gonna break right back on in. And yeah, this has been a back and forth start. Marv has been absolutely cooking, by the way. Just want to shout out Marv. Last night was completely dominating that matchup, so shout out to Marv as the sub out. And it's going to be Villains winning this P3 rotation, so and once again, kind of jinxed that there, so not bad. This is quite the weird hill. You get 2 points to contest unless you can get a pinch going, and that's what number 5 in Marv is looking to set up. He's gonna pull it off. Marv hits the pinch. He's really been the player right now. His Mischief is cut low. Bitch to kill, gonna get pinched out in hill. And this hill is just always so mixy. Really hard to hold any time down unless you can keep him in a specific spawn. But if somebody gets out, it gets kind of brutal. Villains just keeping the pressure on the Masterminds, not letting them get comfortable. Siege looking to rotate early here. Probably the right call. Villains still all huddled toward time. They can break this going for spawns or going for front. And I mean, both avenues are open for them. Siege is here to watch it, but gonna lose it to Marv. So Marv is just not dying right now. So far, pressure on Masterminds. They're breaking through the front. Siege last alive. He's going to get taken down. And here comes the pressure. Not able to check the corners. D-Boon gets to the back. He's been a route man, but he's not going to get paid this time. Going to get taken down instead, and Villains have a healthy lead. Mastermind's still fighting. The question is, can they shut down Marv? Bitch to kill having a slow one, but Marv has just been absolutely destroying everybody in the lobby. Not slowing down yet, as they're working on these P1 rotations. Because we're going to do a second set of rotations, and yeah, Villains safely won that first set, and Mischief getting active now. It gets team dated by Love Wins. Kind of catastrophic there, I won't lie. That one was far from ideal. But they do get P2 spawns. They're going to get 3 wiped. As Marv double nades Mischief and Love Wins. I mean, just some insane teammates to really get Masterminds back in the game when they seem to be all but out of it. And I don't know if I've ever seen a back-to-back two-piece nade from a team that's just been so devastating in Siege. Keeps the hot hand rolling, but Villain's going to get the P2 spawn, so a little bit of a bounce back after what was some absolute insanity. And Mischief is not moving. He's maybe switching guns. I'm not 100% sure there, but Villain's got to lock in because they have just given Masterminds a avenue back into the game. Love wins shoot like that may not be a problem. Growler gonna find Marv, but Marv's been so hard to kill. He should get killed from the back, but Villains are in, and they are cooking now. As it's been a slaying masterclass from Villains, even when it's been their own teammates, which has kind of given Masterminds that route back in, but they have outslayed them pretty handedly here. But Masterminds staying in it. This is big P2 time, and Skips chilling in the hill, looking for a Villain. Gonna get the help from the teammates. And this is great time. Rotation now gonna be the biggest factor. As number 4, Siege on it early. See what he can find. And 8 just chilling, watching tunnel. Maybe lets one slip by. Maybe lagged out. I don't know. There she is. I was worried for a minute. I didn't know. Was able to find it, but Skips wins a crazy one. And this is gonna be on Marv and Mischief here in rotation. It's Mischief gonna get taken down as well. So. Skips and Growler on streaks that have really just brought them back in the game, and they can take the lead back here on P3 with a solid hold. As Skips is on a 5, got the missile from objective, and still slaying out. Gonna get taken down from low. D-Boon here. And this has been a bit of a troll from Villains, I won't lie to you. Marv staying hot though. Bitch to Kill really hasn't been able to get anything to go, and she had a solid series last night, but inconsistency has been a bit of an issue here. And a little bit of an overshot of Mischief, luckily thinks against it as rotation comes in. And Masterminds with a hold here to take the lead. Villains gonna work a break, looks like through the back and middle. And so far, not a terrible start. D-Boon looking for Marv. Gonna find him. So Mischief blast up. Almost turns on Skips a little bit there. Yeah, it has been a hell of a map. And Masterminds looking to take the lead for the first time in the game. I've played this pretty flawlessly here, so. Growler staying hot up top. Oh, good shot that I love wins. As Masterminds take the lead, but Villains are battling back, and if they can put him in the back here, they might be able to set themselves up for a good P1. And as I say that, they go 3 down in the feed, so it's gonna be a bit of a challenge. Marv still able to find something. Maybe he should be getting jumped here, and yeah, it's been pretty much all Masterminds the second half until I said that. And then Marv hits an Uzi kill. I mean, some weird stuff going on right now. I'm pretty sure he blew up his nade with a stun, which is something you can do in this game. Why, I don't know, but very neat either way. Oh my goodness, an absolute ludicrous gun win, and that's Masterminds just running in, keeping the lead and going their way. And it's starting to get a little dire for Villains. They still don't have P2 spawns, but they are able to keep the hill mixy at P1. Growler's going to be the main guy over here, working on P2s alongside Skips, who's pushed up, but he's going to get taken down. It is starting to fall apart here for Masterminds as they had rotation. Siege, last one here. See what he can find. Nothing. He's not able to find a single thing, and Mastermind's going to hit a split here. Some done from the front, some trying to get back spawns, but Mischief is keen to it. He's gonna find him in the back. things starting to swing the other way. There's a missile in the air. It's Rowler, so Skip still has his. Keep that in mind as we go to P3 and Masterminds break in. Good hold here. Switches the lead, but they can't win it yet, so we're going to end up back at a hill number 3. And Masterminds are doing it. They're holding this P2. Honestly, if you're villains, probably just go ahead and hit a rotation. Not the end of the world, but if you lose P3, you're gonna regret it, so just finding some stray kills, and Marv gonna end up just running into death. Love Wind's gonna be here early. Gonna run into ground. I don't know if he saw it, but she didn't see him, and the weird spawns are gonna come back to get him. It's really just Marv, and he's gonna get taken down as well, so not setting up for the future. And that's gonna cost him, as I mean, Skips has really just gone on P2 to P3 streaks that are probably going to win him the game here. Unless villains can find a way to break in, and they are somewhat able to, but they're still on the back foot. They got to find this hill time. They got to do it now. Marv is still cooking, almost snaps onto the second. This is like a sudden death right now. Contest Fest is in. All stacked up in the hill. All gonna really be on Mischief and Bitch to Kill. They might get blown up by the missiles. Or not. And yeah, that's gonna be Masterminds winning map number 1. Off the back of that Skip's cruise missile. Solid work out of Masterminds. A little bit of a troll, in my opinion, if you're villains. Gonna regret that one here later in the series. Take a look at the stats. Pretty balanced. Bitch to Kill had a tough one. Look at the bounce back in the search. Alright, we are going into Den map number 2. A bit of a weird, shaky map 1, I would say. Shout out to Survive the Island, by the way. Gonna be coming at you in March. That's our next content series. Stay tuned for more info on that. But for this, if you're... I mean, really, if you're Masterminds, you're happy with map 1. Because you kind of got outplayed and still were able to find success. But if you're villains... You kind of trolled, so look how they bounce back here. That's what I'm looking at. And we're going to start with Love Wins. Actually, let's start with Bitch to Kill. She had the slower map 1, and this is going to be weird. They planned on doing something round 1. It seems foolish, but that's whatever. And it was knives only, as I predicted. The stupidity reigns supreme when these guys get together, and it has no shortage of, stupidity here. As Love Ones is in the shack with a knife, finds 2. Looking for the last one, and Siege chasing her ass down. He can play his life, though. He's got time on his side. Oh, and she's gonna maybe hot bomb, because he can't do anything. Smoke criminal. She's in with the knife, chasing him. And she's out of time, and that was absolutely so stupid. I mean, Love wins with a nice knife two-piece, but outside of that, I mean, what are we doing, chat? This is, I mean, not the end of the world. But very, very stupid. So, I pray for my own sanity that we're not knife criminaling the whole game. And stupidity, once again. You gotta shout it out because, I mean, I will seriously crash at it if we're doing knives. Okay, I see a gun. I appreciate that. And Growler gonna be left alone here on the site. Probably just gonna run out if he can. Oops, getting shot through those paper walls. I think that wall is actually paper, which is a rarity to find something realistic in COD. And Bitch to Go gonna fight D-Boon. Growler gets active, gets shut down. Bitch to Kill with a huge two-piece, but she's gonna get taken down, and Love wins, runs into Siege. So Marv gonna get probably Diddy from the back. No, just shot in the back, that's fine. Oh, man. Wow. And they call for knife only. It's just seemingly a very, very stupid. I mean, like I said, I mean, we're not playing for money, we're playing for fun, so do whatever you want. But it is winner's final, and you're down a map, and if I'm villains, I know what you agreed upon beforehand, but it seems like Masterminds hit a bit of a backstab, and Love wins, finds a money nade, skips over here on the rooftops, trying to find a way out. Maybe just waiting for D-Boon. Might just hit this approach later. He's gonna shoulder Bitch to Kill. Has info on it. They should realistically wrap this up, but Marv's watching it. Heads up at a Marv. Should get this info over toward his teammates. And it just skips now. It's on a 2 spree. Yeah, that's a shoulder from Marv, and this is getting... Oh! Just trying to run around, but he's really just buying time for somebody to flank him. Nobody chooses to. Which was seemingly weird, but... Skips, just really nothing going. Lovewind's gonna find him through middle. So villains survive the knife round, survive the second round there. Even after losing a pretty good round for him. Able to bounce back here with a solid round. Nobody drops for him, and yeah, I mean, you're down a round now, but like I said, I mean, I kind of thought they were gonna just do like knife fight or something stupid, and then make it all fair. But like I said, I mean, I don't care. I think maybe I just misunderstand what they agreed upon. At the very least, so did they. So as we keep rolling on, and Mischief's got the stick out, and Growler is going bye-bye. Gets absolutely boomsticked out, and D-Boon in trouble. Facing the whole of villains, really minus Mischief. And ooh, good stun out of Marv. Will he chow this? No, he's gonna hit him with a nade. Doesn't hit him somehow. Marv, doesn't matter. Trust the read. Siege gonna find the snipe on the ground. Might find an angle, as it has kind of been villains taken over, but Skips and Siege are the ones up. Both very talented search and destroy players. Looking to see what he can find. And Love wins is there. Misses the shot. And gets taken down. skips through middle. All on him now in the technical 1v4. Yeah, he's gonna hit a smoke criminaling this, but I don't know if it's gonna matter. He's got a hot bomb, he's gotta get kills, and this should be a villain's round. And it is, there we go. I don't know, like, personally, I would not agree to it unless, and this is just me, I would not agree to it unless it's like I said, something stupid, like we're in a ranked play match and we queued together. Or it's losers round 1 and you're like, F it. You know, we're both here, we're both struggling. Let's have fun. Whoever wins the first knife round, the next person I'll just say jump off the map, let them win. Whatever. Like I say, it's not that deep either way. I just maybe don't get it, especially for villains. Like, if you're Masterminds, sure, we won map 1. We kind of have dominated this matchup if you're Masterminds. But villains, I mean, they really kind of need this series for momentum for the rest of the playoffs. His has been Mischief with the sniper, taking it to him, and this roof push has been shut down mostly by the snipe because there's really nowhere they can go. But D-Boon finds Mitch to kill. Sorry. Oh boy. And Growler might just be dying early so he can rage type. I don't know. It could be a strategy of his, but we are tied at 2-2, and there's no movement right now. Is Siege gonna find Marv on the other side? And bang! Mischief still here with the stick. They thought they forgot, but they didn't. Oh! Wins is in trouble. She should be getting help, but Mischief chooses to just run away. Be free. And A should go down. So it's going to be a weird retake. I don't... Hello. Oh, goodbye. Hello. Goodbye. Give me a shoulder blade. On the run. Maybe we should find a gun here if possible. That is a wild Mischief or Siege, and there you go. Villains finding some success now. Lovewin's gonna just hop that bomb. And there you go. 3-2 lead. Villains finding resolve, able to bring it back. You gotta think Mischief has not really died with the sniper either. Growler, I believe, has one life down, and Siege picked it up after that mid-snipe. So there is a lot of pressure on them now. What a beautifully shitty map is then. I mean, we couldn't put like a wall jump to get towards mid? You know what I'm saying? We got just nonsense going on? I don't know. Growler finds the fight finally. Mischief gonna get taken down, and this is a strong bounce back for Masterminds as Growler hits 2 snipes and Marv. 1v4 now. Yeah, I mean, I'd say his best play is kill Growler. If he doesn't have that snipe the rest of this game, that would be huge for his team. He's gonna see him. Oh, if he got turned on there, I might have thrown my controller. And I got a match later, so I probably shouldn't. But D-Boon gonna clean up Marv, maybe? Somehow gets by. Oh my goodness, what was that? Looks like Skips sitting in a pile of sticks. And wow, beautiful. Truly an inspirational kill cam there. Yeah, this has been a weird one, but overall, I think Masterminds Growler snipeless now. I'm sure he's sad about that. Mischief, see if he keeps it out. If we can, if he doesn't mind showing us what he's got in his bag there. Now, pulls out an SMG from inventory. Gonna get taken down. Over aggressive in middle. And we have a bit of a standstill now. So it's pretty much on Love wins through middle as Marv finds that pick over towards the B site. Love wins gonna get ran at and taken down. This is gonna drag Marv a little bit closer to bitch the kill, but Mastermind's really not moving. Waiting for a little more info. And Growler loves middle on Bang. Gonna find another one. He's on a 3 spree. 3 on the round. See if he can get the ace. Looking for Marv, the man who ruined his sniper game. Marv nearly takes a tumble off the map. He's very pinched in here. Skip's gonna take him down. And I forgot to bring the overlay back, so that's my bad. Remember, folks, I am a professional. And even I. Just kidding. I'm terrible at this. Alright. I think the swing right now is for Masterminds. Growler's just been pretty aggressive these last 2 rounds, and Mischief without the snipe hasn't really had the same effect. Might pull it out one last time. I may have missed something where he died in an early round with it, that round 2. Like I said, not 100% on that. It's gonna get pushed up, gotta get active, and it's gonna be a bit of a weird gunfight. Siege gonna get taken down. Mischief gets the first blood. Growler chilling, and number 1 skips on the super pinch. And Marv always sniffed at these pinches, so tough task. And he might have got stuck there. He doesn't, but he's able to find the kill either way. And he's gonna get jumped. So Skips really on a 3 spree. The biggest, I mean, he's been having a really good map. D-Boon's struggling a little bit, 1 and 7. And this is a big swing round. 4-4 is really preferable to 5-3. I mean, curves or not. Six finds 1. I just don't think he's gonna have the time, and that nade to hit near him, not really gonna do any damage. Yet he probably best case finds the kills and stays alive on his streak, and I think that's what's gonna happen. Hopefully that bomb doesn't have yeah, it doesn't. Okay. You never know. Sometimes shit just goes right through walls in this game. It's hard to really understand why. Yeah, I didn't do it again. I don't know, dude. Okay. I'm gonna stick with Skips as he's been the hot hand here. D-Boon gonna track down Marv. This is gonna have to be a retake. D-Boon finds another. Siege and Missionary waiting for him. Just waiting for him. Damn. Bitch to kill. I mean, this is a tough one to win. And yeah, not gonna happen as Masterminds put us on map point. To go up 2-0 in the series, like I said, I mean, they have won the last 2 matchups of these 2 teams 3-0, 3-0. Currently sitting at a 7-0 map count in 3 separate matchups. If you're villains, yeah, at least want to sniff a win. You know, you want a map win there. Say we can beat these guys. And so this is, in my opinion, where you gotta do it. Overload is a solid game mode for Masterminds. I mean, freakishly so. They're very good at it, so. Here we go, though. Bang out Central. Okay. And it is not looking good as they get taken down in a hurry. Luckily, I mean, she's fighting ghosts and she's fighting ghosts in the garage. Bitch the Kill's gotta just watch it, but luckily Growlish is deep into the head. The siege gotta. I mean, what was that? I didn't understand. Bitch the Kill just let Love Wins die there. In the, I mean, I don't know what the comms were like. I thought she was gonna help her. She just was sitting there watching. And Mastermind's gonna go up 2-0, putting us on winner's final point. Mastermind's looking to go to 3 straight grand finals. Here's the stats. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, map number 3, Overload on Den. Look, Overload has been solid. Oh, didn't switch. Overload has been solid for Masterminds. There's no doubt about that. But villains need it here. Reverse sweep, or they go home. I lied. They go to losers final, and they go home tonight thinking like, man, we can't win a map against the team that we'll have to beat in grand finals of playoffs. It's not awesome. But Overload is their chance here, and they did look good on it last night, so that is their hope. Let's see what they got here in the winners final. Not dead yet. Marvin's been kind of cooking in response. Obviously, the search was a bit odd. Not get picked, and now he's left all alone. Run, Marvin, run. There you go. Work with your teammates. Love your teammates. And this has been an interesting approach, and Marvin's kind of rocked hard place here. Somehow doesn't get taken down. Okay, we're tweaking on people. We're tweaking on bodies. Mischief's still out. The question is, can his teammates get the rock toward him? In which way do they choose to wrap? Right now, it looks like A is the play, if I'm not mistaken. Bitch to kill. Should have just stayed down as she pops up and getting whack-a-mole. Almost able to find D-Boon, and we have just reset Villains stumbling on their initial break-off play, which looked promising, but so far, slightly less ideal. Uh-oh, running. Looking inside, and it has been D-Boon right now on a 3. I wouldn't lie to you, because this is the playoffs and we're kind of done with this somewhat format, but I have despised having to watch Den Overload. It has been the worst shit for me. And I wish hopefully a new map comes in that isn't just the worst thing that I have to watch. I mean, Den Overload is like, I'm trying to remember what the actual map was called. It was a snow map in MW2 for Control. I mean, it is just some nonsense that goes on, and it's just because these lanes are so disconnected. And Mars, a huge loss there on the map. Skips has the pressure on Villains, but they really can't get towards B from middle because you're completely separated from it. Which is why I dislike this map. At least it's pretty decent. And there you go. I mean, Mischief and the Villains somehow survived that onslaught, and they're looking okay as D-Boon slides off the roof. Should have been more careful. And yeah, this approach has just not really worked for Villains, as they kind of forced it. Now, like I said, this side, you can just run roofs here because I mean, you really have no great way to get there from middle. D-Boon on a pinch that nobody's ready for. He could just probably grab the rock and run it, but Marv's still here. He's gonna be last alive. Gotta play his life, and that ball's luckily gonna reset for him. Once again, Villains have been I won't say blessed, but they have been spared what could have been a couple bad situations here. And Marv should just run this away, but he's gonna instead take it toward his team. Maybe not the worst play, but certainly the riskier play. Bitch the kill. 2 and 10 right now. Gonna get taken down. And yeah, I mean, that is a cap for Masterminds. Should have let it reset. Instead, hops on it, and Masterminds put it through the hoop. As they're finally able to convert this pressure they've had on the map, and it's not going anywhere. Maybe it is, because Skips just threw himself off the fucking map, but if they can regain from that, it's not going anywhere because they're about to run in their second score. Can they stop it? They can. And that was a critical throw yourself off the map moment. And Villains are alive, but there's this cutoff kill and Skips again. If you're Villains, you just gotta figure out a way to set up a run. It's not going to. I mean, the ball is just in a horrible spot right now. Luckily, Mischief is able to sneak out. And that would have been a huge win, and Love Wins is just in a garage, praying for her life. Just wants to probably wait till the 1 second mark, and that ball, yeah, nobody's going to be able to touch it, so we are going to halftime. Alright, here we go. Rockin' and rollin' Villains. This is your chance to get back in it. Or drop the losers. It's been a good series from them. They just haven't been able to win these crucial ones. And I think that's different than the past 3-0s, so here's your chance to make a bit of a change here. But if your Mastermind's technically don't need to do anything. You just need to keep them from scoring. But they're going to go for a score, so... I think that's a smart play. Some people will take the ball, sit in a corner, and just kind of hope that nothing goes wrong. But if you're hoping for nothing to go wrong, something usually goes wrong. And here we go, a B run. Marv runs right into Mischief. And can he score? He can put it in. There you go. Ty goes to the runner, Marv. And they can set this up for a run, but Marv's gonna give them space. Gonna get taken down. So now it's a little bit of a defensive move for Villains. Kinda. And I love the way Love Wins is playing this. She should find at least one. Not gonna find the second. D-Boon's on a 5, so he's gonna also grab that bomb. They're gonna run it towards A. They have the pressure right now. Put this thing through. They're going to. Masterminds with a quick answer, but can Villains set themselves up? Already rotate, but Masterminds are actually beating them towards the rotations, as they're just slow. A little too slow on it. And oh my gosh, I think he's out of ammo. I think he was out of ammo. And Love Wins. Throws herself into an abyss. Not the best way to go. But here's your chance for Villains. You have this ball. Can you get the pressure? Can you get pushed up right side? And it is a maybe. At the current. They don't have pinch. And the hop up does not go well. Love Wins running for her life. Praying for help. Gonna find it. She's gotta get active. She's gonna get taken down. Marv here. Mischief are here, but they're not winning the gunfights. They need to. And as I say that, they kind of do. That ball is probably going to reset. Bitch Kill just grabs it. Can she run it in? She does. It's a blackout run in the best time for it. We are tied up again, but ball moves to center. And this one gets weird. Whoever keeps this pressure, and that's going to be... Oh, Siege gets taken out by Marv. Mischief gets stuck. Yeah, this is going to go down to the wire, folks. Nobody able to get an advantage when it comes to this pressure on ball. And that said, Growler finds one. D-Boon with the assist. Probably need another wave or two to work it. But they, I mean, unknowingly, could probably just hit B. Nobody's really over B. Everyone's up the middle. So, that might be the play call. And still, nobody picking up this B lane. And that's where they're running it. So, they got to pick this up now if they're Villains. And nobody's there. And a wrap can come through the middle as well, and it's probably going to. All things considered, but everyone's falling. That is a life-saving stun. D-Boon just looking to put it in. He should be able to. Yeah, he is. Masterminds find the lead-changing score. But Villains, this is the best ball spawn if you want to be able to tie this game up. Marv's over by, gets taken down, kind of ripped, and there you go, skips with the teammate, gonna help him out. Mischief with the cutoffs. Once again, this is your chance. But Mischief kind of has to go, and they can just run this. I think they're going to. They just played too heavy for the setup. And not enough defense, and that should do it. Masterminds. It got scary, but able to clutch up in the end. Yeah, I think Growler's just gonna keep putting it on him, and yeah, I mean, this is over. It was a good try to Villains. I mean, honestly, probably their best effort against this particular squad, but there's just not enough time. They gotta score within 5 seconds and then be standing on next. It's doable, but it is very unlikely. They got to grab ball yesterday. And he does! But he's going to wrap it right into him! Oh my goodness. They got to go. Not going to check your quarter. The tie goes to the runner, and we are in overtime, and it is a 2v2. Mischief is alive. Bitch to kill alive. D-Boon and Siege on the other side. I might just reverse aura the fuck out of Masterminds there, but it doesn't matter. His mischief is here. Does he read the cheeky corner? He doesn't! D.Va might have lagged out, I don't know what he's looking at, and villains! Oh my goodness, what have I done? That does look very good. I won't take all the credit. It was really a Mastermind's colossal throw and a villain lock-in that I have never seen out of that. I mean, no disrespect, but that team hit a, level of teamwork that really has yet to be seen. They picked a hell of a time to do it. As we are going to a map number 4. And here's a look at the stats. Alright. We're going to map 5. 2-1 Masterminds lead. I mean, honestly, the only thing better than a crazy map number 3 is an insane map number 4. I mean, I don't know. I'm intrigued by this because there's a lot of momentum that has shifted. But the truth is Scar is a map that Masterminds have been good at to the point where most teams haven't really played them on it. So, personally, my interest is, can anyone beat Masterminds on Scar? And it's going to be weird, but Villains is very good at Scar Hardpoint. I will say that as well. No disrespect to them. Their Scar Hardpoint is good. So this should be a really solid map number 4, and we're getting right into it. It's going to be very feisty, and there you go, Villains. Wipe the board to start it, and Masterminds. I mean, it is so early in this game. But if the Villains can take this momentum and run with it, they're chilling. But if they let it slip, Masterminds will absolutely run their world on it. I think Masterminds is a team very influenced by kind of the flow of the game. And so, I mean, both of these teams are. Rotation and scrap time. Looking good for Masterminds right now, and that is some clean kills. But 5, Marv and Mischief are here. P2 is usually a very strong kill. Sorry, that was Bitch to Kill, by the way. It's very strong kill for Villains. And she's gonna find 2. I mean, Bitch to Kill is a different human being when it comes to Scar Hardpoint. I'll be honest with you, it is very wild when you play her on this map. You end up just getting belted. Megatron, I don't know if you're watching this, but that does look good. Solid work there. Alright. Villains have found the bounce back, but Masterminds can find a way to break in. No, they cannot. Mischief shutting it down in rotation. Marv already on it. Marv has been the early rotation guy. He gets a little aggressive. But Mischief is here. Should be able to back his beef. Not, I guess not. Growler having a stinky. Scar is one of those weird maps where for some reason you can have probably the worst game you'll ever have in the whole time you've played Call of Duty. Or maybe I'm just garbage. That remains to be seen. Is trying to sneak through middle, not gonna happen. Growler starts eating up. He's on a 2, he's on a 3. He's keeping him pinned back, but he can't get too aggressive because number 6 will spawn behind you, and that is where Nex is, but luckily Skips is on it. Marv looking to get the hill time there. He's going to find 2. Growler the only one there, and they do flip. Growler kind of not aware of what's going on, and that might cost him in the long run, but Mastermind still getting most of the scrap time. And the name of the game right now is hold rotation. Do not get broke early and contest hold. Bitch the Kill doing a phenomenal job at that, so it's going to be a push that's mostly shut down. Skip's still here aggressive. He's already, I mean, Skips has had a very good series. And he had a very good tournament last one with the win. I mean, he's got to be the MVP of the first season. And as I say that, his team able to break this hill pretty early. Oh man, good win out of Marv. They've kept it mixy enough. I think for Masterminds it's a win, and for Villains it's not entirely a loss either. And as I say that, they go down. But just keeping this hill mixy after you're not really able to get a strong hold. This is a very odd hill. One of the reasons Scar is such a interesting map is because of that hill. Okay. Mischief gonna find 1. He's just the last one here, and nobody there on P1 for Villains. D-Boon just sitting in the time. I keep thinking it's P1, okay? Listen, I've casted this map 2 times. I've got my world ran on it multiple times. I've never once remembered the P5 exists until it's, like, actually happening. I was like, oh no, Deebin's on time. He's sitting over here doing nothing. Oh wait, that is the hill. Lord have mercy, his masterminds have blown this game wide open. They haven't really even gotten a contestant. It has been a masterminds master class. Villains finally able to break in. And while that's a good time, they want to keep them pinned back here. Little bit of team shot love coming in. Now, P1 comes up. We're back. Second set of rotations. This is where it's going to come down to who can play the best in Masterminds finding the kills right now. Growler is fully back to, his normal. And bitch to kill. I jinxed her a little bit. But she was having a solid start. Struggled since then. But her team is still fighting. Only down 20 points right now. This is when I'd want to go to the listening, but obviously not going to be a thing we can do. Maybe tomorrow. We'll do the final. This is good time. But rotation's what's important. Mischief. Gonna have to start moving that way. Keep him off the scrap is good as well. And Mischief finds the team, and he's absolutely taking advantage. Good plays out of Mischief to get his team the best chance here. Wiz is getting kind of bullied out. Bitch to kill doesn't see Skip right beside her. And it has been as close as it gets. I think it's going to come down to this P2. Villains had it the first time. Mastermind's looking forward here. This time is crucial, and there's a 2 kills. And there you go, Villains are going to break in. And this hill is the one. If they can hold this, I think they're good. But they got to really focus on getting these trades, and Masterminds are just overwhelmed the site. And as I say that, Mischief completely missed it on the mini-map, so that's my bad, but Mischief makes a play, and he is already rotated, and that was, about as good as it gets out of Mischief. He's chilling like a villain in the corner. Oops. Oh! Goes from shaky to beamer in like 2 seconds. Bitch to kill, going on the Lala route. Might screw the teammates over in long term, but might be able to find a dagger here. If she could hurry. She's gonna, once again, I call it a Lala route because it's just la taking too much time, and they are gonna flip. So I don't know if I love that play at all. But for now, the lead goes toward Villains Gaming. She's gonna pinch. Bitch to kill is on a 3 spree. Does she flip spawns? Sure she does. But does she find some kills? Right now she is, yes. And this is where it comes down to it. First time Masterminds made this mixy. Can Masterminds hold on to it with spawns? And Love Wins is here. And it is tricky as it is only going to be... Who's on the map? Number 1 is Skips. So Skips over here, rotated early, in time, finding the time. And these spawns are as odd as I've seen. And Villains are in right now, but it is just a crazy battle. Siege finding one through the top stairs. D-Boon looking to get to the back. Villains still trying to get in that time and just chill out in him. Siege to the back. He's been on a 4. He's going to heater this hill, and he's going to find the break for his team. This is going to tie up the game if they're able to find this scrap, but, Villains can just focus on rotation. They just can't get picked apart. Siege is on a 7. He's going to have a missile, which is going to, honestly, for P5, what I remember this time, it's going to be a problem. And Villains not rotating. Number 5 Marv is out, so I think they're just trying to keep them far away. And I don't dislike it. I will say could have probably been a little quicker. And this is big time. Just laying it. That's my opinion. But Chico coming from behind. Oh, not able to find Growler. Lovewind still sitting in the time. Siege is on a 10 spree. But he doesn't call the missile in yet. He probably will after that death, but his teammates find the kills. They are in the hill. That is a silly stun. Mischief. So a panic stun. Marv's gonna get pressured out. Love wins. Bitch the kill. Just working to contest as much as they can. And I mean, it has been nuts right now. Nobody's gonna win on P5, so we're gonna end up on P1 again. And what a mixy hill as Masterminds take the lead right back. And this game 4 has not disappointed, but somebody has got to win it. And Skips is on a 5 spree. Siege and Skips have just taken over map 4. And it could be all over here on the P1 as Masterminds are in the time. Skips and Siege, the two killers right now, are sitting in it. And they line up. Marv has just hit a 4-piece, but that missile's gonna be called in now. Run for your lives, or just get the kills. Honestly, either works, and I don't know where that missile went. And I also think somebody just threw an EMP, but Marv is cooking them! Marv is cooking them, and that is Villains taking the lead, so P2 is the beast right now. They're not gonna get the tick. Nobody can win here. Believe that or not. Marv, hello, finally dies. Somebody gotta rotate though. And that somebody, it's gonna be Love Wins as Mischief sits through middle. Love Wins is here early, but she's gonna get found out, so it is kind of a Masterminds rotation. Marv's gonna call that missile in, I think. Maybe not. I don't know who called that in, and that was just too clean for Masterminds. And they are just, I mean, in a prime position. Villains have to go. And there you have it. He's not able to find anything as Growler goes on a 4 spree. And that is going to do it. Map number 4. Villains fall 3-1 to Masterminds. But they put up a fight in Marv on the P1 spree. But Growler shuts him down in the end. My bad. Here's a look at the scoreboard. Man, Siege went on a tear there. Alright, well, believe it or not, the foolishness and stupidity can never cease when we are in a 4v4 league for fun. So, the weirdness that we saw on the map was, in fact, Siege calling in an EMP, which you should know is illegal. So, we gotta do a map replay. And I would do a forfeit, but what are we doing? I mean, that was tightly contested tie. I know we had votes for forfeits, we had votes for replays, we even had votes to say fuck it, I don't want to play. But either way, we're gonna play it anyway. Let's see if villains can change their fate, or is it gonna be just a replay of what just happened in a map loss? We'll see how it goes. Definitely gonna be an interesting one. But Mastermind's looking good to start this time around. Marv's gonna get chased down. Uh-oh. Yeah, this has been a strong Mastermind start. They're really controlling the left side of the map. Last time early on, villains were able to hold P2. Like I said, you just never know what's gonna go wrong here. And Growler is on a hot spree. I mean, you can't blame him for the streak use either, because it is weird. I mean, it's such an odd game that we can't just have streaks regulated to CDL stuff. I mean, but also, not looking good for replay for villains. I mean, they were the ones that kind of got screwed in that whole EMP situation. So they get the replay, but they are also seemingly unprepared for it. Everyone's struggling right now. But they're in this P2 time, and P2 has really been the best build for them. If anything, regardless of how this map goes, Masterminds, you want to try to figure out P2 because you might end up playing them on this exact map tomorrow as well. So, a lot to think about here, and villains finding something in the P2, but largely have struggled in rotation. Skips is going to be working on it, not going to find it. He's just playing for old love wins, going for the long play, thinking about the future. Marv thinking about getting into some of this time deboot to be his first victim, but he's not going to get taken down, should get taken down now. And yeah, Masterminds has controlled the game, I mean, pretty much the entire way for this replay, which is kind of disappointing because that first time around was so close. But let's see if villains can bounce back and figure it out. It's always odd when you do a replay, especially one stemming from a map loss, a series loss. You kind of get deflated and you gotta lock right back in. But, I mean, the alternative view of it is you had lost and now you're somehow back in it with a chance to win, depending on how you look at it. But they're keeping it a little close. They just gotta figure out how to break this early, and right now, not ideal. I'm flying through shit. Where am I? Oh, button. Sorry. Flew through the wall. No. Switch. Okay, sorry. Oh, man. Villains able to find the break. I mean, I would absolutely love a map 5 here. And villains are holding it down. It's the kill, slamming them in the back. But Growler's gonna find him through the stairs. I think if you're villains, you might have just needed a couple seconds to re-figure it out. You know, you just lost, you just didn't lose, you're kind of back in it. And I don't like that the numbers are different this time, but that's okay. Kinda messes me up a little bit. And Siege has already got a missile again. Let's hope he doesn't have an EMP this time, because I don't think we can deal with another controversy. And number 7 Marv breaking in, doing some damage. And here we go. Villains has arrived to map number 4. See how long they hang around as Bitch the Kill. Chilling in the hill. Gotta shoot the trophy. Not gonna find anybody. And that is a Mastermind re-break. And we have split spawns, but Loved One's also gonna get taken down. And this has just been a pretty solid hold. I mean, Villains make it mixy. And I mean, honestly, if they hadn't, this game would be looking at a hand as it is already a 60-point lead. We're gonna need a P2 special from Villains. On the other side, Masterminds, you're not yet in cruise control. You're still at a point where you gotta figure out, I mean, how can you put this game away? And I think really the way you do it is through the P1, P2. If this P1 goes well, you rotate the P2 and you keep them from making that a full 60. You're walking away with the series win yet again. And on the other side, I mean, like I said, Villains, you gotta find a way to break it. They're just not able to. They're giving Masterminds such time. And yeah, this is just... Oh, and as I say that, Skips last alive. So, like I said, I think Masterminds just need to prevent a P2 here that is a full 60. And if they can do that, they're probably alright. But Villains, surprisingly, have found a way... Oh, Wins gets over aggressive. I've just found a way to keep it mixy after a slow start. I mean, I'm pretty sure Masterminds was up 80 and Bitch the Kill hits him with a slide. Hit a Tokyo Drift on us. There you go. Here it is. I mean, if I'm Masterminds, part of me is grateful because it is hard to get good reps on a map like Scar. And this is about as good of a P2 as you're going to see in our league. So, get the reps to break it is solid. And they are going to find a crucial break at that. That keeps them in a good position here. That said, it is not a very long break. Villain spawning close and frying right now. Marv hits him with a pinch. Marv in a bit of a dance with Skips. But he's just not able to find anything with the pistol. Bang, finds it. Gotta rotate now, and here we go. Erase the rotation. Growler sees the cross. Sometimes when I skip to people like that, I just assume that the game is like in my mind and and here we go. Pick up on the pinch, Bitch the Kill. Mastermind's gonna break through front though. Marv falls. This is great time. He's gonna find a big one there. Lovewood's kinda in trouble. Just wanna make sure this time is going your way. That's a big win out of this shit. Huge time. Marv with a great pinch. Not gonna flip him either, so. Alright, now if you look at the mini-map, this has been a bang out of a hill. In rotation has continued to go the way of Villains, with Marv getting pressured now. He's gotta get out. And finds the first, gonna get help on the second, and this is a rotation for Villains. This can flip the game on its head right here. As Mastermind simply unable to hold them off on the P2s. Somebody gotta get in time though for Villains. I mean, they just have control for 10 seconds and got 0 on the clock. Said it kind of dodges a bullet there. Stuff like that could absolutely chalk it, and Villains are gonna take the lead. Improbable. Kinda impossible, really. And yeah, this has been a comeback that, I mean, you come back not just down in this map, but lost a whole map, whole series in, yeah. That's a good start out of Growlers. Masterminds retake the lead. And it's going to come down to the always forgotten P5. Villains are here. They are waiting. Marv still shooting. I mean, I've been very impressed with Marv. Skips as well. Skips is having a bit of a slow replay here. But see what he can find here in the end, as it's going to come down to this P5. Probably come down to the P1 as well. So Bitch the Kill's in trouble. She knows it. She gets the comms, but she still doesn't reposition to the best place for it. So they're just playing really for the map control right now. And I love that play to Mischief. Patient and calm, not overreacting. And there you go. Villains take the lead again. And it has just been an absolute crazy bang out. Lovewind sitting there in the corner. Gets stunned down. Back down. Not taken down though. One more on D-Boon. Gonna be a 1v1 with Mischief. Mischief can't hit a bullet on the hip fire. And this is gonna go to P1 as we are back to knot it up and Bitch the Kill finds one. This has been a map in a series that has been separated by a hair in Siege, I believe. Oh my goodness, that wasn't Siege. And Skip shoots the fucking missile out there like he's John Wick. He had a Neo move. I mean, I know you can do that fast, but damn. And here you go. If you're Mastermind, you can put this away at P1. And I love this play. Bitch the Kill shoots a trophy instead of a person. D-Boon sneaks away with his life, but they're gonna find this break, and now that's a Siege missile. Calls in the right streak and finds 3. Can't win here, so we are going to P2. And this is where the money is made. The make or break hill. And Villains have early control of that side of the map. Mischief getting funky by the RV. Marv far away from his teammates, just looking to get back into the fight. The Growler's gonna pick him up. Bitch the Kill. Maybe this is why the success comes in for the Monaco. He's been able to hide and play this map well, or that hill well. And that's a team nade. Wood just should stay down. Gotta get taken down. Bitch the Kill comes in through the back. Can't find the second. And that might do it, Masterminds. Almost able to put this out, but no. One more break in. Villains finds it. One wins with the 1v1. It is chaos and Masterminds do sneak back in. I mean, I don't even know what I'm watching. But Mastermind's gonna walk away with it yet again. I mean, luckily, no bad streaks this time. And I mean, Mastermind's a well-deserved win as we have one more series for the night.